Previously, on Times End Tavern, Cascadia.
You look at the locations on the map. Like I said, there's a ton of them in these Upper Rockies, Cascades regions. Pretty much every job site overlaps with the story of a supernatural disaster in this book.
One last place to check. I think we should go back to the construction site tonight. Or your buddy Carlos. I mean, I don't know if he would know anything.
I'm pretty sure he's on the outside of all of this. I think he's just working there.
Right as you guys once again pull into the job site, you see literally nothing different from this morning because the job site has been shut down for the week. The equipment and everything you saw has been left in place. All of the damage to the ground, everything having been dragged around, all that shit is all still there.
Before you go on, question.
Sure.
Remind me, is Lookout Lake dammed?
Yes.
And is that dam uphill from the town?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they were worried about the water?
Yes.
I feel like we should go visit the dam, maybe.
And you see one individual Sasquatch on the far side of it looking at you guys. It just holds its point and gazes at you. As you approach, he grabs your shoulder and then makes another look at Jack. Will Jack have you manipulate someone?
Great.
Okay, mark experience.
So it's Jack. Jack has this thought where he's like, all right, I'm gonna kind of let my mental shielding training drop and kind of let this thing in. And when he does that, he can't help, like, he kind of trips up and he can't help himself, and he just starts running through his head all the memories he has of just plugging Big Feet.
Ooh.
Like it's just like a fucking carousel of like
Bigfoot death.
Boom, like back of the head, back of the head, back of the head.
You see the eyes of this Sasquatch go wide. It turns to you, Ed, and roars right in your face as you get a message projected into your head. How dare you? What have you done? And then it flings you. Will, roll 2d6.
Determine how much you insult the Sasquatch.
Wait, 6? I think that's my first fail. in a
Okay,
while.
yep.
I'm getting experience.
Wait, was that for the same thing?
Sort of, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Sort of.
Oh, it was. Shit.
Why
Okay.
are we so bad at talking to Bigfoot? He wants to help us.
So as we're walking, I'm gonna pick up immediately where we left off. Walking back to the truck, I'd say that Jack is angry. You know, I think he's definitely, because he's a company man, dyed in the wool through and through. So like, not only has this not been going great, but it's like fucking up work for him, which he doesn't really appreciate. And as he gets toward the truck, he just has this thought where, like, kind of like really beating himself up, just being like, not only have we not made any progress, but it's like from the minute I got here, everything has just been, we're just made things worse. But I think as soon as he has the thought, like, it just hits his brain. He thinks, as from the minute I've gotten here, I've only made things worse. And that's when I'm gonna say his tactical genius kind of kicks in. No, but then I think, like, maybe there's like a Sherlock Holmes style, like, time slows down, almost as if Jack has had a month and a half to think about this, while it's actually only been a handful of seconds. And he thinks back to when he first got here and they first went out to the job site and they were talking to Carlos. And he remembers that he flashes back in his mind and he remembers, like, Ed bringing up Bigfoot and Sasquatch and Wendigos, and Carlos not reacting.
I forgot about the Wendigos.
And and then he remembers telling him to just steer clear of the area, and when they came back, he'd done the exact opposite. He'd pushed further into the part of the forest. Like, that's all the work that they did. And then he remembers Diane at the courthouse mentioning that whenever something goes wrong, Carlos is the one that comes down and takes care of it for Big Sky. And the fact that once they went back and they're looking, Carlos is now nowhere to be found. And he has a moment where he's like, wait a second. And then
Carlos is John Johnson.
Well, I look over to you, Will, and I say, well, how well do you know Carlos?
I mean, we chat.
Bueno, Mal.
Más o menos.
Again, as we've established, Carlos is from Detroit.
And doesn't speak
He
Spanish.
doesn't speak Spanish.
Yes, my good friend Carlos from La Ciudad de Detroit. Look, we make small talk. Like, I've known him for a long time, even if it hasn't been much depth to it. I don't know his family life. I don't need to.
So I guess, like, pulling back the curtain a bit, do you think you've, like, basically run into him in town a lot? And you know his name, and that's about it? Like, you can spot Carlos on the street, but you wouldn't, like, send Carlos a Christmas card?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And I chat with him a lot, but it's all in Spanish, which is probably why he doesn't say that much back.
Just really going out of our way to make these characters just the worst.
True American.
Yeah.
No, my favorite is a well-intentioned person who's the worst.
Who's the
Yeah.
worst?
Yeah. These are all facets of America.
Yes.
Yeah.
The unbearable woke guy.
I'm from Canada.
The well-intentioned racist guy. The psychopathic professional American.
The G-Man.
Yes.
AKA standard federal agent.
Yes.
You know where he lives?
No. I was thinking, like, I wouldn't know where he lives. I just make small talk with him, so no. No.
Okay, so you don't know him that well. You know what, guys? I think I
What do
might
you-
have jumped the gun a little bit here, and I'm wondering if we weren't set up from go.
What do you mean?
Well, we look around. Carlos brought us in here, but he hasn't listened to a word we said. Everything he's done has only continued to provoke those awakened ones.
Yeah, but
These
he does.
Sasquatches on edge.
But I mean, he might not know that that's what the impact was.
He might not, but near as I can tell, he's also working with Eston.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I
But
mean,
He
Eston.
is? How is that? How is he working with Eston?
Well, here's the thing, like what we established from the records we got. So John Johnson, he's the big name. He's the guy that runs the land development. Eston is the local bigwig guy with some money who's acting like kind of a useful idiot to punch them through. But in terms of the site itself, in terms of being the point man, actually running things, Carlos.
Well, but why would he ask us to do anything if he was negatively impacted by the things that we did?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. But I don't take this the wrong way. I'm meaning it in a way for us to kind of huddle up and come up with a new plan. But we've basically just been fucking this whole thing up this whole time. Maybe that was the goal. I'm wondering if that's it. Because here's the thing. Carlos pointed us in this direction. He sent us out there. And as we just saw, all that we've done is further aggravated the situation.
You sure that's not us just fucking up an interaction with some Sasquatches?
That was my initial thought,
Are
but
we
now
the-
I'm wondering if there was some intent behind it.
Are we the players, the cryptid?
Will, one thing I will mention is, if you recall, you were the inciting incident for all of this, in that Carlos reached out to
me,
you
to
to tell you information,
And did
having
not
known very
and
little about you other than you're a hard-nosed investigator.
then proceeded to aggressively not follow any of the advice that we gave him, and seemingly not care once he set us off.
That's right. Usually when I'm hired for my services, there's a bit of a fire under my ass to provide results.
Right,
They
and
haven't
when we visited the work site this morning, they weren't even here. What kind of construction site isn't working on a Wednesday?
Ever been to New York City?
No, but we ain't in New York.
Me
We're in the
neither.
country, son.
New York City.
Yeah, I've never been either. I don't know why I
Pace
said
Picante.
that.
That's right.
This episode of Times in Tavern brought to you by Pace Picante.
That's right.
Muy bueno.
Olay!
No, that's different.
Carlos, where?
It's a different brand.
That's Chichis.
I'm keeping our options
cheese.
open.
Chichi ole ole. My
This
God,
week
I
brought
love
to you
that.
by
I love
All
that
Salsa.
commercial.
Yeah, and you started with saying it was salsa music.
Salsa. Wait, guys, I've figured it out. I figured out I've got a cork board. Salsa music, salsa dressing.
Salsa verde?
Will has been speaking in Spanish.
Detroit.
Yeah. Off in the corner with no yarn string attached to it.
No yarn, no string.
Oh.
But yeah, and the fact that as soon as I started actually poking around at Big Sky, they immediately suspend me, cut me off, makes me wonder.
Let's go all the way to the top.
I don't know, man. It might.
My God.
God?
You know I wouldn't put it past him.
No.
Okay.
God's dead. We killed him in St. Louis back in 2003.
Silence.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, silence.
there is like 10 seconds of deafening silence.
Anyway.
You killed God. Continue. Okay, so
I interrupted you.
who are we kidnapping now? Are we kidnapping Carla? Is kidnapping still the plan, guys?
Yeah, I'm really set on kidnapping
Yeah,
someone
I'm
tonight.
not gonna lie. This is mostly
I've got
asking
kidnapping blue
this
balls.
is
I gotta.
kidnapping is definitely still the plan. I'm just switching our target if we think we can find Carlos.
Okay, also, should we explore the whole, like, the dam exploding aspect to this that I brought up? I don't know why.
Well, it's a
Maybe
possibility, but once again, like I said, going back to my whole point man conversation, if someone's setting those explosives, it's Carlos.
I like how we've now skipped from A to B to Z. It's just like, well, something was brought up very like loosey-goosey about structural deficits in the dam, to somebody's going to blow up the dam, to this guy's planning dynamite.
Oh, and just to be clear, that was half of that is Jack humor. Yet. Yeah. I don't know if the dam has anything to do with it, but either way, Carlos is the next step.
Oh yeah, sure. We'll check out the dam.
Yeah, whatever.
Boy, it sure would be really helpful if you knew where Carlos lived, if you were at all friendly with him at all.
Well, I mean, I am a gumshoe. I can.
Give me an investigate a mystery roll, and we'll have this run sort of illogically, but I think it'll make sense.
6.
6. Okay, that's a fail.
Now, was that with modifiers?
Oh yes, plus sharp.
Sorry, 8.
8. Okay, so a mixed success.
Okay.
So I will say you definitively don't know where Carlos lives, but you have known him enough, and you were at the job site again recently enough when he was to remember what his vehicle looks like, his work truck. So, and town isn't that big. So you could probably drive through town and canvass. It would take a little longer than, again, knowing exactly where Luke Eston lives because you stole his ID and got his address.
Right.
But you do at least have that as a way forward. And you do know he is a local, so it's not like he's at the motel or something.
It's a Ford F-150. Surely nobody else in this small town, in this rural town, owns that particular truck.
That is a good question. Is it a noteworthy vehicle?
Not in the sense that, like, if you go into your dear hometown, how many white Ford F-250s are there, or Chevy Silverados? Tons,
yeah.
But with company logos on them, that whittles it down.
Oh, because it's a work truck.
Right.
Okay.
So he is the only one you guys have seen in town with a Big Sky Enterprises logo on the side.
We can find him.
That's yes.
Hey, that's kind of your thing. That's your whole name and everything. Is that your birth name, or did you have it like legally changed for your profession?
I mean, with a name like that, what other job could I have had? I was born with it.
Oh, interesting.
Nominative determinism it is.
Well, my last name's a cheese, but I didn't go into the cheese business. Or did I? And then flash back to my backstory that I'm just now remembering that my father was a wealthy cheese magnate in
Vampiric son of a cheesemonger.
Yes, a dairy
That
magnate.
sounds like a slur. Vampiric son of a cheesemonger.
It really does. Sounds Shakespearean hate getting thrown your way. Oh God. I mean, Ed, do you want to explore that as a reality or not?
Yes, I will.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Are you on the
not?
road? Are you
Oh,
moving?
yeah. I think we're driving now.
So coming from the job site, not that, things are always geographically important. At a certain point they may be. But you're coming down Lakeview Road east, I guess that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heading towards town. As you get right past the mountain and near the intersection to cross the bridge, your phone rings.
Mine?
Yes.
Okay.
As you look at the number, it's motel. It's Max's motel.
I pick it up.
Okay.
Special Agent Shoemaker.
Yes. This is Max's motel. I'm calling from the front desk. Your card was declined, so we're gonna have to have you check out. by the morning. It paid for tonight, but your card was cut off.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll see you folks in the morning.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
Everything good?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
That would be the agency.
Sure.
Yep.
But I also think it is fine because again, just based on the lifestyle that I've imagined and we've established for Jack, I don't think he really touches his relatively generous salary very often. I think he's but you know what? I don't think he's like big in invest. I think he's got like 15 grand in a savings account that he'd be like, well, all right, switch cards.
Hey,
Yeah, I bet it is.
It accrues an easy 0.15 interest every year.
Well, I know where it is.
You gotta put that in a high yield savings account, man.
Higher than the bank. It's the bank. I put it in the bank.
One step removed from coffee tin under the mattress,
Yes, exactly.
which is where Ed keeps his money.
I've got a good financial advisor. I'll set you up.
As you come across town, or come across the bridge into downtown proper, the first building you see on your left is the town council building that you were at earlier today. The parking lot is empty. To the extent that I would say conspicuously empty, you recall there being a few police cars, given that the station, as it were, is also in this building, and you see nothing there. Just one vehicle parked in the lot. The rest of it is suspiciously quiet. As you get to the...
Do we think it's reasonable that Jack would reach over?
What am I doing?
He would have like a radio, like a police scanner in his truck.
Yeah, I don't see why
Do
not.
we think we could make that fall under the toolkit? Like,
Right, yeah, I don't see why that... Yeah, I mean, that seems practical enough.
I would say I would have one. It didn't show up as an option for a...
Yeah, one or
piece
the
of
other
gear
of you,
like
yes.
that.
I think practically speaking, it makes sense.
So I
Either
think
if he has
seeing that, I think maybe he turns the radio down and he turns the scanner on and hits it to see.
It's more salsa music.
Right, yeah.
It's the Archies, but in Spanish.
Yes.
No bueno.
As you tune into the radio, you hear a lot of back and forth without the context in the moment.
A lot of gay truckers just talking to each other, sexy like.
That's a different channel.
Yeah.
So
Not the
fucking
CB.
lonely.
I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me?
That's what you hear first.
Yes.
And then you hear, excuse me? Oh,
Wrong channel.
No, and then I'm
shit,
just
sorry.
like,
Click.
and just like, wait.
wrong
click,
number.
Next one. Yeah, there we go.
Then you hear out of mid sentence, to the corner of Main and 9th, possible incident, break-in. Then you hear, officer reporting, heading eastbound, there within a minute. Report, on west side of town, no activity over here, over. What, in this moment, whatever is going on right now, you can tell seems to be on the same road as you're on, just a block down.
Right.
Are we fighting crime now?
And now you also, as you're sitting at the light listening to that radio, Ed, roll to read a bad situation.
7.
7? Mixed success. Okay. As you're sitting at the light, Ed, you, once he shuts off the radio and you can't keep messing with the knob, you, I guess, just slunk back into the back seat and fall back into your classic Ed, pensive repose. And you look off to the side towards the edge of Lookout Lake, towards the dam, and you see the
Explosion.
I knew it! You see the wheelhouse building, or the well house building, rather, for the dam itself. It's about a two-story tall structure, cylindrical, with windows along the top floor, and a very thick concrete structure that you would know contains the wheels to open and close the sluice gates for the dam. As you're looking over, you see a glimpse of Twyla walking into the building, or who you could swear was Twyla walking into that building.
Gothic
You see
silhouette.
a distinct gothic chick who immediately draws your attention again, like she did. As the light turns green and Jack peels out through the intersection, you guys look ahead and see the police lights.
There's something on the wing. Something. I can't explain it.
You okay, Ed?
I'm just very much.
His eyes roll back.
Yeah, he's very much having that.
He's having a Shatner season.
Yeah. What is it? Not Danger at 50,000 feet.
It was the Twilight
Terror.
Zone.
Yeah, Terror at 50,000 feet.
Terror,
Oh,
yes.
like what? Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? I could have.
See what, Ed?
I could
You
have
talking
sworn.
about the cops?
No, I looked over the dam. I could have sworn I saw Twyla.
Well, I mean, you do have your senses are significantly more heightened
She
than
was
ours.
walking into the room with the sluice controls.
I
The sluice
Pull
controls.
I pull the truck over and I look back. Do I see anything?
When you look back, you just see the building.
Ed, if you're positive you saw her, I trust your judgment. I'll turn this around.
We'll go take her out.
I am 7 out of 10 percent positive. 70% positive.
All right, we don't have a lot of time. That's good enough for me. Jack looks both ways, whirls around in the intersection, and makes a break back for the dam.
So Jack, in the interest of his business, is willing to accept a 1/3 chance of failure.
Ha!
In this moment, yes. Were I to be were I planning an organization? Were I planning for the future? Yes. In terms of choosing between a crime scene and a vampire, 70% seems as good as any right now.
Oh,
And I guess in a way we are choosing between a police state and a vampire, but that's a whole different
wow.
conversation.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Wah. Anyway, that's
There's
what we're
layers
doing
to
today.
okay.
There's also a vamp AI joke in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But
That'd be, well, let's not over egg the pudding.
Vampire.
Bill, I'm
I'm writing that in my own journal. Ooh, explore
I'm
this
going to
later.
I'm going to let the quantum probabilities fold into place for me here, and
Okay.
use this as the instance that I will go ahead, based on what we discussed earlier, choose because I had leveled up or upgraded. Whatever
Oh,
we call
right.
this
You
game.
have a
The last-
level up bank.
Yeah, at the end of the last session. So I'm going to choose from the mundane list what could go wrong. Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You may spend your hold to inflict 1 harm, reduce someone else's harm by 1, or take a +2 forward on act under pressure. Would this count as charging into immediate danger without hedging your bets?
I would say yes,
I'm gonna
especially
pick it,
if
since
you're
I already said it. I'm going to pick it no matter what. the
right.
answer
I
is,
would
but-
say yes, especially if you're basically like hopping out of the truck and like bullying them into the situation.
I'm Alan
yeah.
Grant. I saw a sick
I-
triceratops.
not
I'm
to- No, well, at least for the way I would read that, I think it depends on what you do when we get to the wheelhouse.
Right. Right. Yes.
I
yes.
don't think choosing to go to the dam is, but I think
yeah.
it could very well immediately.
I'm
be.
gonna choose this as the quantum probability has folded to this point in time for me to make this decision.
Okay.
Because in case anyone was interested, I was going to choose between that or the other mundane move. Don't worry, I'll check it out. Where whenever you go off by yourself to check out somewhere or something scary, you mark experience.
Can I just say, from experience, that is a really fun combination
Yeah.
when you play the mundane.
And when Ed dies and I become the other character I created, then that is what I'll do.
And it is when, yes.
yes,
Oh yeah.
when not if. But yeah, so I'll choose the what could go wrong. Since I was doing, we were talking about this earlier. I've already done both of these at various points in the adventure so far.
Oh yeah.
I
Right.
just
Either one makes sense, but I like the idea. I think it's a good choice.
Yeah, I think Jack said he was going to upgrade one of his stats, like tough or sharp, depending
And
on
it's
what felt like it
All
made
going to
more sense.
depend on what the
narratively.
failure is.
Right. Right. Right.
and then one
And-
day maybe Will gets to upgrade to something if he
Maybe.
stops succeeding.
I'm just
Like
too
a
good.
dick.
I literally have had 2 points of experience throughout this entire.
You haven't
Those
leveled
are
up at
from
all,
the
really?
sessions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Bill gave us all 1 at the end of last session. Did you include that?
I think that was included.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, you should have had at
You
least
must have at
1 for
least-
the 2 for the sessions, 1 for advancing the mystery.
Oh.
You should have
I-
at least
Yeah, you're
3.
All
missing
I have
some.
3 then. But no, I don't. I literally don't think I've
Wow.
had.
That's
any
Yeah,
other.
it's possible you didn't get any from failures. But
Okay, Ed's gonna punch you in the face twice. Purposefully let me punch you in the face twice, and then you
No.
It's not a failure. That's achieving what he wants.
can. Oh,
Yes.
damn it! Curse you, gods of luck.
No, we killed the god of luck in Augusta. That
Okay, you and I are gonna have to have a talk because this is a way more interesting story to me.
Yes. Well, so yeah, as you start continuing down the street, you see the sirens, you hear Ed's plea, and you immediately pull a K-turn in the middle of the block. As you turn around, the light still being green, you're able to pull right over to the wheelhouse. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna hop out of the back and run in.
Okay.
now what could go wrong?
Right. Are you going to holler that?
Is that part of it? Is it like Shazam? I
Why
have to
not?
say
That's
that.
Why
up
not?
to you, but that doesn't not seem like it.
Well,
No,
what do you-
hold on.
Yeah, it can't just be apropos. of nothing.
Ed, hold on. Wait a second.
No, I gotta look. She's been she's been in the back of my head. She's been haunting my every step this entire time. We've got to. I've got to. She's definitely in there. Absolutely nothing could go wrong, guys. What could possibly go wrong? And then I run out of the truck. And then I trip and I fall.
Full Naruto run.
As Ed is doing that, Jack just shakes his head. He goes to the toolbox in the back of the truck. He reaches in. He pulls out like an M4 assault rifle.
Do you have that?
Yep.
That's the other thing you have is an assault rifle?
I have an assault rifle. I have a 12 gauge shotgun. I have a 9mm handgun. You know what though? It is going to be it's an AR-15.
Okay.
Because I think Jack is also the type of guy. He specifically picked like the 3 most common ammunition types that you would find in rural America.
Yeah.
So he's got an AR-15. He's got a 12 gauge shotgun. He's got a 9mm handgun.
Okay. And right now this is an AR moment.
And it's an AR moment. Yeah, he is going to grab that though.
Okay.
In case he has to procure ammunition on site.
Upon seeing that, do you arm up in any way?
Yeah, I do. I get my... What do I have? My Magnum.
I get my sap.
You grab a stick from the ground since you were running in, yes.
Where'd you get that? Sent away.
As you, Ed, so as you run up to the door, you hear the car door, the truck doors of Jack's truck as they are beginning to get out of the vehicles. You've already closed on the building with a level of preternatural speed you didn't know you had until now. Upon grabbing the door, you realize it is locked, but looks like it's been compromised in some way.
Compromised enough that I can use my inhuman strength to rip it open.
Give it a shot. Kick some ass.
10.
10? Okay. Yeah, so you grab the door handle and pull, and the lock, already being compromised, pops right open. You see that it wasn't, how do you want to say, brute forced by someone like popping the lock or something. It looks almost like when you look close at it, like it's wet. Like if someone were to like shove water into a lock, freeze it, and pop it that way. Like the damage on the lock is more from that than it is from someone attempting to brute force it open. That is something that sticks out to you as odd. As you make your way into the building, there are only the emergency lights on. So you just get a ping of light every now and again, 3 of them on this floor, and then you can see a dark stairwell leading upward. In the center of this room, you see a giant gap that has 2 wheels on either side of it. The gap is currently covered by a big metal gate. You would presume that to be the gatehouse controls, and that big thing to be probably the sluice or a monitoring hole to get down into it.
Is there any evidence that has been opened?
From what you can see, no. It looks untouched.
Okay.
But again, it is dark in here now. I don't know how good Ed's night vision is, like practically speaking.
I don't have any. I don't have anything to.
Right, and I mean, I don't, you know. But what I would say for now is once you enter into this room, getting out of the world and away from those two, you notice with the thick concrete, it is very quiet in here, except for the occasional drip of water that you're hearing from below and above.
I just start shouting, Twyla! Twyla!
Oh, God.
Ed!
What the fuck is that?
I hear that and then look and realize that I have run in by myself and no one else is here yet and become very nervous.
Yeah, very, very faintly in the distance you hear the toolbox in the back of the Hilux slam shut. Just to create some geography.
Twyla! Twyla, what are you doing here?
The boss music kicks in.
Yeah.
What brings you here? Now, of all time.
I saw you from the road. What did you do to me? What are you doing here?
Those are remarkably similar questions.
Well, then answer them both in one go.
Okay. Vengeance.
Against whom?
And you feel your lungs begin to fill with fluid.
Oh no, she's a water person.
Roll to read a bad situation.
She's a water person.
Yep, my lungs are filled with fluid.
Not act under pressure.
Incorrect.
Damn it. I like how my other thing was like, I'll take one plus. I'll take +1 sharp. No, that's boring. Now I've had to do sharp twice.
But I believe you can use your thing to take the +2 ongoing to something, right?
No, on an act under pressure roll.
Ah, I see.
That's why I asked.
You know what though? Then fair. No, that is fair.
Okay.
Because you're suddenly drowning. That's more pressure than reading a bad situation.
And it says hold 2, so of the 3 it gave me, I can do 2 of the 3.
Yes.
Okay, and this is one of them.
Right.
5 and 3 is 8 plus 2 is 10.
Okay. So yeah, in that moment, then that's what
didn't drown.
I think that was a good one.
that's what Ed does. What Steve said was, "Oh no, she's a water person. I'm drowning." Instead of devolving into a full panic, you immediately just double over and do your best to cough all of the water out of yourself. And
I'm just punching myself in the stomach repeatedly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This works, right? Self-Heimlich.
As
We're
you
isolating that clip right there. This works, right? That's not how you get the fluid out.
I mean,
Well, in a
Depending
way.
on the fluid, yeah.
works for me.
oh.
Why? How do you do it? I think that's the more pertinent question here.
As you stand back up and begin to gain your composure, you look over at the bottom of the stairwell. You see Twyla staring at you, and in the time it takes you to stand back to your full height, she's right next to you and says, "I don't think I can trust you to talk now," and touches your mouth, and you black out. You guys walk into an open door.
She's a witch.
Here's the thing. Regardless of any of that, Jack, his approach is he approaches the door, checks his corners, walks in, guns up and ready.
Right. So as you get to the door, you see that Ed had left it slightly ajar from ripping it open. And you see Ed unconscious next to the sluice gate. You see that the gate has been slightly opened, and that his foot is sort of hanging into it. You don't see anything else.
You come across, by now, the very familiar sight of Ed lying unconscious with absolutely nothing else around him.
And fluid below him.
Say to Will, cover me. And I sling the gun over my shoulder, and I bring out my first aid kit, and I walk over to try to get to work on Ed.
Okay. So you pull out your med kit, begin to look for wounds and other standard things. You notice you don't see anything wrong with him.
Okay.
When he sits up and coughs up a bit of water, that gives you pause, but there is nothing.
She's a water person.
What you hear is...
Speak English, man.
Is this effect familiar to me in any way, given my experience?
Let's have you roll to, I guess, investigate a mystery. Like, look into your history as an agent.
That's my thinking. 6.
No. Okay. Yeah, so mark experience. No, I would say this is markedly novel for you. You've run into water-related things before. You've never run into something that was able to drown someone remotely like this before.
So is he continuing to drown?
What you can't tell, in that he doesn't physically appear to be drowning anymore, but anytime he attempts to talk, it's not coming out right at all. It sounds
It's
like he's
water's
talking through
spilling out of his
right,
mouth?
Right.
Okay.
My God, do something! You can't let the child die!
Cover me. Will, stay
I just
calm.
feel like there's something I can do.
Ed,
She's like a water witch or something.
Ed, all right.
Will,
so-
roll to act under pressure. Wheelchairs are flying. Matthews, the roulette of children is happening again.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fair.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and is that with modifier or without?
I'm a 0 with cool. I'm a 0 with cool. I'm very like my character.
So you, again, same as before, you are doing your best to hold your shit together.
Yeah.
It is getting to be problematic the amount of times that this kid is returning you to this state, but the therapy has worked well and you're not fully regressing. If you want to help Ed, you can do so without issue, but I think just as like a narrative note, I feel like there's probably a bit of resentment or something building up from this constantly happening.
Ed, all right. Now,
Keep
Ed,
fucking doing this to me, man.
Ed, just so we're clear, I
Just
can't.
grows another gray
I
hair.
can't
Yes.
understand you, but can you understand me? Nod or shake your head.
You can.
Okay. Well, that's all right. We're gonna figure this out.
I'll take it from here, Bill.
We're gonna figure this out, and I bring the gun back around. And yeah, every time you open your mouth, water's just spilling out. All right, we're gonna figure this out. My gun's back out, and I'm looking around like the open door to the sluice gate, like you said.
Yep.
So, like, is it like a room beyond, or is it just that's where the mechanism is behind the gate?
As far as you can tell, looking through the gap that has been established, it looks like that is a straight shot down to where the gate is. So as far as you can tell, this is a sort of a viewing thing / maintenance tube to get down to the gate proper.
Okay.
But that the wheels itself also do turn the gate.
Ed points at Will and makes a motion with his hand like pen, paper, like write. Like,
What is it, boy?
you have,
Okay.
like,
yeah.
Because he carries a notebook, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I would have seen him with that before, right?
Right.
So like pen, paper, that little hand motion, pen, paper to like give it to me.
I do briefly holster my Magnum and run over with the pen and paper.
I write everything down.
Okay,
that just
great,
that just
great.
happened while I was in there,
Good work. Okay, so yeah, you get his written rundown.
trying to avoid spilling water onto it as I'm writing it, like failing, ripping that page out, trying again.
Okay. So, yes, you guys are now caught up on the specifics.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
She's a witch.
I mean, she clearly posits some kind of elemental control. Is Ed looking dehydrated? Does it seem like she's like manipulating the water in his body, or that she's producing this water?
So far as you can tell, Ed looks the same.
Okay, so it seems like this
Just
water
weather.
is being
Right.
produced,
Right.
drawn out of the air or something.
Right.
Okay.
Dripping from his teeth.
All right. Will's by the staircase. Well, but either way. So the important parts of the dam are down there. So even if this is a trick of some kind, we need to get down there because that's where you would manipulate.
I have also written in big ass letters, "Vengeance," all caps, question mark, exclamation.
All right, Ed. I think whether you can communicate or not, you are still probably the best physically equipped out of us. You want to head down that gate? I'll be right behind you. Head down that hole. I'll be right behind you. Not head motions, Ed.
Can I nod? What would go wrong?
Yes. Well, you still have your one left.
I still have one left. Okay, I'll just like, and then just keep going.
What I do like is that your last words were what can go wrong, and they immediately find you unconscious 15 seconds later. And drowning.
Drowning in a dry space.
Yes.
And I do that.
Very good.
Yep.
Okay,
And
so
Ed's take it, and as Ed goes down, and I'm coming right down the ladder behind him.
okay,
And like as soon as we get to the bottom, I'm bringing the gun back out. Right, it's got just like the underbarrel flashlight, just like the.
okay. And Will, are you climbing down and joining them, or staying up top?
I climbed down with them.
Okay.
Also, for my edification, Bill, has absolutely anything physically bad happened to either of these two characters?
No,
Okay.
because
Cool.
You did try to kill me immediately.
Oh, that's right.
and yes, and also their roles have reflected that. The one where Rob might have had some issues, he chose to spend luck to be a full success on kicking that dude's ass. Otherwise, he might have gotten into a tussle. So
Just for my edification, going back in the episodes I've been editing so far, just
Yep.
like shot at, thrown through the sky twice,
Keep running headlong in this shit.
yeah.
stabbed, drowned standing up in an open space.
So as you guys climb down the ladder, it's a solid 2 stories of climbing. So I don't know what y'all experiences is with climbing on down these ladders. It's rather unnerving after a while.
Jack's trained for this kind of thing.
Yeah. Still gets dark and dank, and the space tightens in. And as you hit the bottom, you see that the gate has already been cracked, but only slightly.
The water from my mouth is pouring down on top of you two guys because you're below me, and I'm just going.
What
Well,
you,
that's why you're ahead of us.
Yeah.
what you can guess is that from Ed's encounter, he probably interrupted something. Otherwise, this gate would have been fully opened by this point.
Brown. I write that in Mark's note. I saved the town.
Oh, that's what you said.
When you make it to the bottom, flashlight on, Jack, you do a quick scan. As I said, you can see the flow of water coming through the bottom of the gate. It's quite a rush, but it is low, only about 6 inches tall. The gate fully would open to about 5 feet, and that would obviously be more than enough strength and pressure to blow you guys away. As it is, it's just a very fast-running current, and there's a little bit of an edge along the sides to stand upon. Again, in the increased
And
flow.
is this a
that would
deal
be.
like, so we come down the ladder, we're looking toward the sluice gate.
Yes.
And if we look in the other direction, it's just open
It's
towards the valley.
It's the outflow, yes, towards the valley, and you can see, to a limited extent, some of the houses, the lights from the houses a little further down on the edge of town. That would be on the banks of the river as well.
Right.
Right.
But are we standing in the shallow current, or are we like next to it?
You are.
I mean,
as
I'm on
I
that-
said, there's a couple feet of dry
Okay,
space
so, yeah.
still.
I'm on that lip edge.
Right.
Yeah.
If the gate were fully pulled, that would probably end up being underwater too. But as it is now, you're
Is
safe.
that mechanism down here?
No, that was up. There were the two wheels. The one opened that gate up top, and the one opens the gate down bottom.
Well, it's probably a good idea if you go back up there and watch the machinery. Don't come down. We'll check it out down here.
Okay, but not up here. But my God, don't you let that boy die.
Yeah, don't worry, he'll be fine.
Don't you let him die. You just hear this.
Echoing down the. Yeah, again, you'll be fine. And the whole time just scanning around, just looking and checking the corners.
So what did you say happens to me? Because the thing.
As those two are yelling to one another, and I think it because of that they don't notice. You hear Twyla start giggling in your head.
And it's in my head, not in my ears.
You hear it. You think in your head.
Point, Ed, point.
I then, utilizing my expert charade abilities,
Yes, what you've kicked as a character.
yes, using my expert charade abilities, try to indicate Twyla is still here.
Okay.
Okay. Make a help out roll. Make a help out roll. We'll make this as an attempt to clearly communicate that to Jack.
I think I'm going to give cool abilities.
Because you're specifically uncool?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
minus
awesome.
one.
Mark experience, Ed.
No,
Okay.
I'm going to use a luck point.
Okay.
You know, it's probably not a bad
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
I can't keep failing when it counts. No matter
I
how
mean,
hilarious
you
it is.
could.
Clearly, you can.
I've already leveled up twice.
So the
I'm gonna mark a
failure
luck
would have been
point.
bad. The mixed failure would have been a little trouble. So mark the luck instead of the experience. You get a full success.
I told you, I am a Canadian. I'm ranked in the National Canadian Charades Association,
The NCCA.
the NCCA.
Yes. Okay. So in that very well executed Canadian charade, maybe it takes some translation because you're used to American charades.
Right,
so
yeah.
these feel like maple symbols that don't quite drag. But you get the rest clearly that he's telling you that the sexy love of his life is still somewhere near him. That's what you read. Not Twyla is still here, but the sexy love of my life is still near me.
Got it. So, yeah, so Ed has succeeded on helping me with a roll in this particular case. I mean, I would say he's reading a bad situation.
Okay. So yeah, you're taking a look around, having reacted to the information that Twyla is still nearby. How are you choosing to what is the look? What are you trying to figure out? What are you reading? What are you looking at? What are you focusing on?
Trying to locate Twyla.
Specifically spot her.
Specifically spot her.
Okay.
Or at least, if not her, spot what's the idea here? Like, what's at play?
Okay.
But yeah, no. So I think for read a bad situation, I'm specifically trying to spot her.
Okay.
So it's reading a bad situation, using my tactical genius that lets me use my cool
Okay.
instead of my sharp. So I'm a +3, and then with the help action,
+1.
so I'm a +4.
Right.
So that's it's an 11.
Okay. So that is a full success. So you can hold 3 of the list. The best way in, the best way out, dangers you haven't noticed, the biggest threat, who's most vulnerable to me, and what are the best way to protect the victims.
Dangers I haven't noticed.
Okay.
What was the one I read after that?
Biggest threat.
Biggest threat.
Okay.
And what's the best way to protect the victims, which at the moment is Ed and probably us.
So I would say the biggest threat, I'll try to work it in like the most logical sense. The biggest threat that you see would actually be the dam itself being compromised, which would also be the best way to protect the victims would be to stop that, because the dam being compromised could blow out a lot of people.
Right.
The victims being your 2 compadres is 2 deaths versus a chunk of the town.
Right.
So I would say with that, what you haven't noticed yet is in the moment when you're sweeping around trying to figure out where Twyla could be down here, you hear Will probably yell a little surprisedly at the top of the ladder. And then you hear the giggle of a teenage girl at the top of the ladder. Will, When you get to the top, you climb up. You see the wheel that had been turned to open this top gate.
Yeah.
When you get to the top and turn around and see the other wheel, you see a teenage goth chick holding this wheel. She makes hard eye contact with her very large eyes and goes, "Hi!" and twists the wheel away.